What's up guys, Brad Browning here, and in this video I'm going to tell you what to say to your ex to win them back. For those of you who don't already know, I'm a relationship coach, breakup expert, and author of the best-selling X Factor program. Learn more about my program and get my help on your situation by visiting breakupbrad.com. So, what should you say to win back your ex? The answer to that question is actually very simple. Nothing. And I'm completely serious about that. You shouldn't be saying anything to your ex at all if you want to win them back. Now, I know that may sound a bit ridiculous if this is the first time you've seen one of my videos, but I promise that saying pretty much anything to your ex right now will actually do more harm than good. This is one of the single biggest mistakes that people make when they're trying to win back their ex. In fact, some of my coaching clients still make this mistake even after they've read my X Factor program and heard me tell them that it's a bad idea. They'll think that they know better and that they can apologize or beg or sweet talk their way back into their ex's arms. And I know this goes against all common sense. I mean, how can you possibly get back together with your ex if you're not even talking to them? But I promise that it is 100% for sure the best thing you can do after a breakup. So please do yourself a favor and take my advice on this. Don't try to convince your ex that he or she should take you back. It's just not going to work, and in fact, it's only going to make you look pathetic. And why on earth would your ex want to jump back into a relationship with somebody pathetic and needy? So if you've just recently broken up with your ex, as in within the last couple of weeks, then now is a perfect time to cut off communication with your ex. If you've seen some of my other videos on YouTube, then you know that this is what I call the 30-day no contact phase. Now, don't stress if you've already done some begging and pleading with your ex since the breakup. It's not necessarily a lost cause, especially if you begin the no contact period immediately. But what you need to do now is just stop initiating any conversations or communication with your ex and reply only to his or her messages if not doing so will make them angry or upset. So, for example, if your ex sends you a message on Facebook asking how you're doing or what your plans for the weekend are, you can just simply ignore that message. And similarly, if your ex calls and leaves a voicemail wishing you, a happy birthday or something like that, don't bother calling back. It's not necessary. Now, if you do end up talking to your ex during the 30-day period of no communication, your goal should be to stay friendly, to stay upbeat, and look for the first possible opportunity to leave or end the conversation politely. Say, for instance, you run into your ex at the mall, and he or she starts chatting you up. You want to smile, say hello, make maybe 30 seconds of small talk, and then simply say something like, "Hey, sorry to cut this short, but I have to go. Some friends are waiting for me. Let's catch up another time, okay?" And then you just hustle off like you got more important things to do. Now remember, during this period of time, you don't want to talk to your ex at all. The less contact you have, the better. And I'm not going to explain in depth the reasons why this strategy works so well in this video, but the simple explanation is that your ex will find it much harder to cope with the breakup if you just completely vanish from his or her life than if you continue to talk regularly and to give them time to slowly adjust to the single life. It's going to make your ex miss you, wonder what's going on with you, and it'll help them quickly forget the negative aspects of your old relationship that led to the breakup. You're essentially forcing your ex to learn what life is like without you, making sure they miss talking to you and being with you, and helping them let go of those aspects of the relationship that they didn't enjoy. Now, if you're skeptical about what I've said in this video so far, if you're thinking I'm nuts for suggesting that you can win your ex back simply by ignoring them, just take a quick look at some of the comments on my other YouTube videos that discuss this no contact topic. You'll see literally hundreds of people who have used the no contact method and seen it work like magic. So if your ex seems cold, distant, or doesn't respond when you call or text them, oftentimes you can just cut off all communication for a week or two, and all of a sudden they're texting daily and calling to see how you're doing. There's tons of comments here on YouTube from people who've had similar experiences, as you can see for yourself just by browsing some of the comments here on my channel. Now, at this point, you've probably got two questions on your mind. First, you're wondering how to handle a situation where you have to communicate with your ex. Maybe because you still live together, some of your belongings are at your ex's house, you work in the same office, something along those lines. These what-if scenarios are something I cover extensively in my X Factor program, and there's far too many for me to cover here in this video. So please consider grabbing a copy of my program if you've already got a lot of those what-if questions. A few months ago, I also made a video specifically addressing a couple of scenarios where the no contact phase may not be the right strategy. So you can also watch that video next and see if your question is covered there. And of course, I always do my best to respond to comments here on YouTube, especially if you keep it brief. So please feel free to comment below this video as well. Now, the second question you may be wondering is what to do after the 30-day period of no contact is over. Usually your ex will be contacting you by that point, but you still need to know what to say and do to start rebuilding your connection and moving towards eventually getting back together. And what if your ex hasn't reached out to you during the 30 days? How do you try and kickstart the communication and make him or her interested in you again? Now this is where it gets a little more complicated. I recommend watching the video on my website, which goes into more depth about my 3-step system for winning your ex back, which no contact is a part of, just the first phase. And that video is free. You can watch it now at www.breakupbrad.com. And in that video, you'll learn what needs to happen for your ex to actually want to get back together with you. And you'll also learn a few simple psychological tricks that you can use to begin changing his or her mind. And again, you can watch that video at breakupbrad.com. Now, just one word of warning. Once your 30 days of no contact ends, it's not suddenly time to go back to begging, pleading, or just asking your ex, hey, what's up, or boring stuff like that. Think of the no contact phase as wiping the slate clean. So now, after several weeks not hearing from you, your ex is missing you like crazy, and they'll start to forget the reasons why they wanted to break up. But now is the time to show them the new and improved version of you. Go back to being the person that your ex first fell in love with. Be fun, be interesting, and be confident. And at first, don't talk at all about your relationship, your breakup, or anything serious or dramatic. That kind of discussion is toxic, and it'll undo all the progress you made during the 30-day no contact period. And now seems like the right time. I want to take the opportunity to thank everyone who's already signed up for my X Factor guide. Your support helps fund my YouTube channel here and allows me to keep continuing to offer free videos like this one without any advertising. I also really appreciate all those who have subscribed to my channel here on YouTube. Please do so yourself if you found this video helpful. And finally, please share your comments or your questions below. I'll try to reply to each of them personally. And that's it for this video, guys. We'll see you again soon.